Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Qasid Online. This is Ayub Palmer, and I'm an Arabic instructor for Qasid Arabic Institute. This is the 16th video in our Arabic letters series, and we'll be learning about the Dhā and the Fath Tanween. You can take out your writing worksheet and follow along with this video if you wish. For those who don't have the worksheets that accompany this video series, please fill out the form at the end of the video, and Qasid will have them sent to you. Let's get started. So we have four main objectives in this lesson. The first objective is to pronounce the Dhā and the Fath Tanween correctly. Our second objective is to recognize the Dhā and the Fath Tanween when we see them in a word. The third objective is to write the Dhā in its four different forms. And remember, there are four positions for each letter of the Arabic alphabet. And finally, our fourth objective is to write the Dhā and the Fath Tanween in a word. And the word we have for this lesson is حِضَارًا, which means a folding screen. Now let's look at the pronunciation of the Dhā and the Fath Tanween. So I'm going to write the Dhā as a D-H-A-A, and I'll put a little dot underneath the H here. But there is actually no letter in English that approximates or is close to the Dhā in Arabic. And the closest that we could get would be the TH in the word the. But again, this is, as we had discussed before, this is the Dhāl, the. Now, instead, what we're going to do is we're going to put the tongue flat up against the upper teeth and then push downwards while voicing the vocal cords. Okay, so you're going to place, so the first point is to place the tongue against upper teeth. The second point is to push down. And the third is to voice the vocal cords. And the sound that you should make is a Dhā. Dhā. It takes some practice. So don't worry if you don't get it on the first time. But you need to practice this and it'll come. The second part of this lesson is the Tanween, Fath Tanween, And the Fath Tanween is an un sound that attaches to the end of a word. Okay, so this attaches to the end of a word. Now, this represents a letter. And the letter that it could be is an alif in this case. So we say that the alif, this is an alif here, holds the Fath Tanween. And we're going to see that there are two other letters that can also hold the Fath Tanween. One of them you haven't seen yet. The other is the Hamza. And so the Hamza, when you see the Hamza by itself, the Hamza on the line, this also can hold the Fath Tanween. You'll see how we add the Fath Tanween to a word when we discuss the word حِضَارًا. Let's continue. So let's see where we're at in our alphabet here. So we have, right now, we are at the Dha and the Fatha Tanween. Now let's look at the Dha in the different positions that the Dha can take in a word. So again, we have 4 positions. And the first one is the independent position. And the Dha looks like the Ta, but with a dot. So we have the Dha like this, but we put a dot. In the second, in the initial position, we have the Dha, and then it connects to a letter afterwards. In the medial position, we have the Dha like this, and it connects on both sides. And in the fourth one, we have the Dha at the end of the word. And it looks like that. Now let's write the Dha in its different positions. And I'm going to change my color here. So in the initial position, we have the Dha, or sorry, the independent position, we have the Dha, and it looks like this. The dot. Let's do it again. Like that. Let's do one more time. Like that. So that's in the independent position. In the initial position, we have the Dha look like this, and it connect. And one more time, the Dha, and it will connect. Now notice here that when we put the Dha in the initial position, this little tail here is what will connect to the other word. Now in the medial position, we have the Dha here, and we go a little bit farther, make our teardrop, and then connect again. Put our dot. Okay, on the line we go a little bit farther, make our teardrop. Okay, connect. Like that. And one more time, go a little bit farther, make our teardrop, and connect. And like that. Okay, now let's do the Dha in the fourth and the final position. And that looks like this. It's connecting from a word, and then it makes the teardrop, and then the dot. One more time. This one, teardrop, and then the dot. This one, teardrop, and then the dot. Okay. Now let's write the Dha in a word. I'm going to change my color back to red. So again, let's review here. We have the Dha in the independent position, looks like this. In the initial position, looks like this. In the medial position, looks like this. In the final position, looks like that. So we have the word حِضَارًا. Now you hear a ha at the beginning, hi. So we have the ha plus a kasra, hi. ظ. We have a ظ. And then an a sound, alif. حضارا. We hear the ra, run. حضارا. So we have a ra. And then we have what is called the fatha tanween. You hear the an sound. So we add here fatha tanween. Now, let's write this together. So the ha and the dha will connect. Okay? And again, this kasra goes underneath. Now, the dha and the alif also connect, right? But the ra does not connect to the alif because the alif doesn't connect to what comes after it. And the ra doesn't connect to the fatha tanween because the ra doesn't connect to what comes after it. Now, this fatha tanween, it needs an alif seat. As we had discussed before when we talked about pronunciation. So this is actually going to take an alif. So we have to write this tanween with an alif seat. So we're going to write the ha here, initial position with kasra. We're going to write our dha in the medial position. Our alif, dha, our ra, and now our fatha tanween with the alif seat. And there we have حضارا, meaning a folding screen. Now let's write this word together. So we have folding screen, and we have the ha, and the ra, the alif seat for the fatha tanween, and we've put our vowel in. حضارا. So the fatha tanween will always have an alif seat unless it comes on a hamza, which is on the line, or another letter which you haven't seen yet, which is called ta marbuta, and we're going to cover that in the upcoming lesson, in an upcoming lesson. So let's write حضارا again. حضارا. One more time. حضارا. Okay, now let's recap. Change my color back to red. Now, the letter dha here, the letter dha in Arabic is pronounced by placing the tongue flat against the upper set of teeth and then pushing away from the teeth while vibrating the vocal cords. The fatha tanween is pronounced as an sound, as an sound, because it looks like this, but it sounds like an at the end of a word. And remember, the fatha tanween comes at the end of a word. A tanween always comes at the end of a word. The letter dha connects to letters both before it and after it. So in the third or medial position, we have the dha, which looks like this. And the fatha tanween is two fathas, usually sitting on an alif at the end of a word. So we write it like this, and the alif is the seat. And it's two fathas sitting on top of an alif. So let's look at our homework for this lesson. And please download the writing worksheet and practice writing the letters Dhā and the Fatha Tanween on your worksheet and upload those to the course website. And also download the letter combination chart and audio and practice your pronunciation of the Dhā and the Fatha Tanween and upload your audio file. To get an entire set of our worksheets that go along with these video tutorials, see the instructions at the end of this video or in the text blurb below. Thank you so much. Ma'as salama.